Have you ever stopped to consider the real cost of aging with dignity in today's world? As our population grows older, more and more families are grappling with a challenging question: how can we provide the best care for our elderly loved ones without draining our savings or compromising their independence? The answer might surprise you, and it's about to change everything you thought you knew about elderly care. In this video, I'll share 5 remarkable stories that showcase innovative approaches to elderly care, solutions that are not only cost-effective but also preserve dignity and enhance quality of life. These aren't just theoretical ideas, they're real experiences from seniors who have found creative ways to thrive in their golden years. Please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel so we can help spread this valuable information and life lessons with more people from all over the world. The traditional options for elderly care often seem limited: either move in with family members, hire a full-time caregiver, or transition to a nursing home. Each of these choices comes with its own set of challenges. Living with family can strain relationships and compromise independence. Professional caregivers can be prohibitively expensive, often costing thousands of dollars each month. And nursing homes, while providing comprehensive care, can feel institutional and isolating. But what if there were other ways? What if we could combine modern technology, social innovation, and community spirit to create solutions that work better for everyone involved? That's exactly what the remarkable individuals in our stories have achieved. They've pioneered approaches that blend the best of traditional care with creative new ideas, resulting in arrangements that are more affordable, more fulfilling, and more sustainable. You'll meet seniors who have embraced technology to stay independent while remaining connected to their families. You'll discover how some have created vibrant communities that support each other through skill sharing and mutual assistance. You'll learn about innovative housing arrangements that benefit both the elderly and younger generations. You'll see how some have leveraged the gig economy to create flexible, personalized care solutions. And you'll hear about a groundbreaking hybrid approach that combines professional care with community support in ways you might never have imagined. These stories aren't just about finding cheaper alternatives, they're about discovering better ways to age with dignity, purpose, and joy. They show us that with a bit of creativity and willingness to try something new, we can create care solutions that work for everyone involved: the elderly, their families, and their communities. As you watch these stories unfold, you might find yourself wondering why these approaches aren't more common. The truth is, they're part of a growing movement that's quietly revolutionizing how we think about elderly care. These pioneers are showing us that aging doesn't have to mean choosing between independence and security, or between quality care and financial stability. So whether you're planning for your own future, caring for an elderly parent, or simply interested in how we can better support our aging population, these 5 stories will open your eyes to possibilities you might never have considered. Get ready to discover how innovation, community, and creativity are reshaping the future of elderly care. Let's dive into these inspiring stories, starting with a 78-year-old former engineer who's using technology in ways you'd never expect to maintain his independence while staying connected to his family and community. Let me share with you the first of our 5 inspiring stories about innovative approaches to elderly care. Meet Mr. Zhang, a 78-year-old former software engineer who's revolutionizing the concept of aging in place. When his wife passed away 3 years ago, his children immediately suggested he move in with them or consider a nursing home. Instead, Mr. Zhang devised a technology-based solution that has kept him independent while giving his family peace of mind. It all started when my daughter bought me a smartwatch, Mr. Zhang explains, chuckling at the memory. She was worried about my health after her mother passed, but I saw it as an opportunity to create something bigger. Today, Mr. Zhang's apartment is a model of smart senior living, with a setup that costs less than half of what a nursing home would charge. His monthly pension of 5,800 yuan allows him to maintain a system that includes health monitoring devices, smart home automation, and an emergency response network. The initial setup cost about 12,000 yuan, he says, but the monthly maintenance is only around 800 yuan. Compare that to the 7,000 yuan a nursing home would cost. The heart of his system is a network of sensors and cameras that monitor his daily activities without being intrusive. His children can check on him through a secure app, seeing if he's taken his medication, eaten his meals, or if there are any unusual changes in his routine. My daughter jokes that I'm more tech-savvy than her teenagers now, he says proudly. Our second story introduces Ms. Lin, a 70-year-old retired teacher who pioneered a co-housing arrangement that's become a model for others in her community. After her husband's passing, she found herself living alone in a 3-bedroom apartment that felt too big and too quiet. Rather than sell it, she had an innovative idea. I realized there were other women my age in the same situation, Ms. Lin explains. We all had space but felt isolated. Why not share our resources? She now shares her home with 2 other widowed seniors, each contributing 2,000 yuan monthly to a communal fund that covers utilities, food, and household maintenance. The arrangement goes beyond simple house sharing. The 3 women have created a support system that plays to each person's strengths. Ms. Lin, who loves cooking, handles meal planning. Mrs. Wu, a former nurse, manages their medication schedules and healthcare appointments. Mrs. Chen, who previously worked in accounting, manages their shared finances and budgeting. We're not just roommates, Ms. Lin emphasizes. We're a family by choice. When one of us is feeling under the weather, the others step in. We never feel alone anymore. Their shared living costs are about 60% less than what they would each pay living separately, and the emotional benefits are priceless. The third story features Mr. Liu, a 68-year-old retired professor who discovered an unconventional solution to his desire for companionship and assistance. He now shares his 4-bedroom home with 2 university students who pay reduced rent in exchange for helping with household tasks and providing companionship. At first, my children thought I was crazy, Mr. Liu admits with a laugh. But now they see how well it works. The students get affordable housing in an expensive city, and I get help with technology, heavy lifting, and late-night security concerns. The students pay 1,000 yuan each per month, compared to the market rate of 2,500 yuan, and commit to 15 hours per week of assistance. The arrangement has additional benefits nobody expected. The students help me stay connected with current trends and technology, Mr. Liu explains. And they say I help them with their studies and career advice. We've created a real intergenerational family. Mrs. Zhao, our 4th story's protagonist, took a different approach. At 72, she created a neighborhood network that has transformed how seniors in her community support each other. The village network, as they call it, started with just 5 seniors but has grown to include over 30 members. We use a points system, Mrs. Zhao explains. Each hour of help you provide earns you points you can use later when you need assistance. Members help each other with everything from grocery shopping and medical appointment accompaniment to simple home repairs and technology troubleshooting. The network operates through a simple WeChat group and a shared digital spreadsheet. We even have emergency response teams, Mrs. Zhao says proudly. If someone falls or feels unwell, they can press their emergency button, and the closest network member will check on them immediately. Our final story features Mr. Wang, a 69-year-old retired businessman who developed what he calls the hybrid care model. He combines part-time professional care with a network of on-demand services and family support. The key is flexibility, Mr. Wong explains. I have a professional caregiver who comes 3 mornings a week for 4 hours, costing 1,600 yuan monthly. For other needs, I use various service apps, food delivery, cleaning services, transport, which averages another 1,200 yuan monthly. His children contribute by handling his medical appointments and weekly video calls for social connection. The total cost is around 3,000 yuan monthly, less than half of full-time care, he notes. Plus, I maintain my independence and dignity. Each of these stories demonstrates how creativity, technology, and community can come together to create elderly care solutions that are both effective and affordable. They show us that there's no one-size-fits-all solution, but rather a range of options that can be tailored to individual needs and circumstances. As we see from these examples, successful elderly care doesn't always require traditional approaches or huge financial investments. Sometimes, the most effective solutions come from thinking outside the box and being willing to try new approaches that combine the best of modern innovation with timeless human connection. These pioneers are showing us that the future of elderly care can be both more affordable and more humane than we might have imagined. Their stories serve as blueprints for others looking to create their own innovative care solutions. In our next section, we'll explore how you can implement these ideas in your own life or adapt them to your specific situation. We'll break down the practical steps, considerations, and resources needed to make these innovative care solutions work for you or your loved ones. After exploring these inspiring stories, the question becomes, how can we implement similar solutions in our own lives? The practical steps for each approach vary, but there are common elements that contribute to success across all these innovative care models. When considering a technology-based solution similar to Mr. Zhang's, the key is starting small and building gradually. Most families find success by beginning with basic health monitoring devices like a smartwatch and smart medication organizer, which typically cost between 500 to 1,500 yuan for quality devices. As comfort with technology grows, additional features can be added to create a comprehensive system that supports independence while maintaining safety. The co-housing arrangement demonstrated by Ms. Lin requires careful consideration of compatibility and clear agreements from the start. Successful shared living situations begin with detailed discussions about financial responsibilities, daily routines, and expectations. Many groups find it helpful to have a trial period of 3 months to ensure the arrangement works for everyone involved. The financial benefits are significant, but the social and emotional advantages often prove even more valuable. Those interested in intergenerational living like Mr. Lu's model should focus on creating clear boundaries and expectations from the beginning. The most successful arrangements include specific agreements about responsibilities, shared spaces, and privacy. Local universities often provide excellent resources for connecting with potential student housemates, and many have experience with similar programs. Creating a community network like Mrs. Zhao's begins with identifying neighbors who share similar needs and interests. The most effective networks start small, with just 5 to 10 members, and grow organically as systems and trust develop. Regular in-person meetings help strengthen bonds and ensure the smooth operation of service exchanges. Many groups find that simple technology solutions like WeChat groups work better than complex systems. The hybrid care model exemplified by Mr. Wang requires careful coordination but offers excellent flexibility. Success depends on clearly defining which tasks require professional care and which can be handled through family help or service apps. Many families find that starting with professional care for essential medical and physical needs while using service apps for tasks like cleaning and meal delivery creates an effective and affordable balance. Financial planning is essential for any of these approaches. Most successful implementations include not only monthly budget considerations but also funds for initial setup costs and unexpected needs. Many families find that combining elements from different models allows them to create a customized solution that better fits their budget and needs. Safety considerations should influence every decision in implementing these care solutions. This includes both physical safety measures in the living space and systems for emergency response. Regular reviews and adjustments help ensure that safety measures keep pace with changing needs. The most common challenge in implementing any of these solutions is managing the transition period. Families often find that starting with a trial period helps address initial concerns and allows time for adjustments. Open communication between all involved parties remains crucial throughout the process. Success in any of these models requires flexibility and willingness to adapt as circumstances change. Regular check-ins with all involved parties help identify and address concerns before they become serious issues. Many families find that their care arrangements evolve over time, often incorporating elements from multiple models to create a truly personalized solution. As we move into our final section, we'll explore how these innovative approaches are changing communities and reshaping our understanding of elderly care. We'll also look at resources available for those ready to take the next step in implementing these solutions. These 5 stories we've shared today represent more than just individual solutions, they're part of a growing movement that's transforming how we think about aging and care in our society. The impact extends far beyond the individuals directly involved, creating ripple effects throughout entire communities. Think about Mr. Zhang's tech-enabled independence. His example has inspired 12 other seniors in his apartment complex to adopt similar systems. Now they have a micro-community of tech-savvy elderly residents who help each other troubleshoot their devices and share tips for new applications. What started as one-man solution has evolved into a support network that benefits dozens of families. Ms. Lin's co-housing arrangement has caught the attention of local real estate developers. 2 companies in her city are now developing senior-friendly apartments specifically designed for shared living, complete with common areas that promote social interaction while maintaining private spaces for independence. This shift in housing design could revolutionize how we approach senior living spaces. The intergenerational living model pioneered by Mr. Liu has sparked interest from several universities. 3 local colleges have now established formal programs matching seniors with students, creating hundreds of affordable housing opportunities while bridging the generation gap. These connections are proving valuable not just for daily assistance, but for sharing wisdom, culture, and understanding between generations. Mrs. Zhao's village network has become a model for community organization. 5 other neighborhoods have replicated her system, and local government officials are studying it as a potential framework for citywide implementation. The success of these networks shows us that sometimes the best solutions come from within our own communities. Mr. Wang's hybrid care approach has influenced how care agencies structure their services. Several companies now offer flexible care packages that combine professional services with technology and community support, making quality care more accessible and affordable for many families. As we conclude our exploration of these innovative care solutions, remember that the goal isn't to find a perfect, one-size-fits-all answer. Instead, it's about discovering what works best for each individual and family situation. Whether you choose to adopt one of these approaches or combine elements from several, the key is to remain open to new possibilities. The future of elderly care doesn't have to be limited to traditional nursing homes or the burden of full-time family care. As these pioneers have shown us, with creativity, community support, and smart use of available resources, we can create care solutions that preserve dignity, independence, and financial stability while ensuring safety and support. I encourage you to share these stories with others who might benefit from knowing about these alternatives. Perhaps you know someone struggling with elderly care decisions, or maybe you're planning for your own future. The conversations these stories spark could lead to even more innovative solutions we haven't yet imagined. Before we end, I want to extend a special thank you to all the seniors who shared their stories with us today. Their willingness to try new approaches and share their experiences is helping to create a future where aging with dignity is accessible to everyone. If you found value in these stories, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content about innovative solutions for life's challenges. Remember to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your story might be the inspiration someone else needs. Together, we can create a world where aging is not a burden to be feared, but a natural part of life to be embraced with confidence, dignity, and joy. Thank you for joining me in exploring these inspiring stories of innovative elderly care. Until next time, take care of yourself and your loved ones.